Gracious good evening to you. Today is the 13th of December. That's actually a feast day in the Christian church. It's the feast of St. Lucy. She is a martyr of the church. She died in 304, I believe. She was a young woman who lived in Italy at second century or third century at some point, and was alive during one of the great persecutions of the Christian church. She herself was of noble kin and hadn't been discovered, so she was a sympathizer to the Christian faith, obviously. She had herself hoped to serve as a single woman, to serve her Lord the rest of her life. That wasn't to be. Her guardian did contract a marriage for her, but she somehow still managed to distribute her dowry to the poor. One of the stories that is out there about her is that she brought provisions to those who had retreated into the catacombs below Rome so that they might be able to eat. And she did so by carrying things with both arms. However, since it's dark out there, at the entrance, she would put a candle in a wreath that she wore on her head so that she should be able to see but still be able to carry things. Just to show you how traditions sometimes travel quickly and strangely. Yesterday, the day of third Sunday of Advent, in many congregation of Scandinavian descent here in America, and in many places in Sweden and in Norway and even Denmark, is celebrated as St. Lucy's Day, St. Lucia's Sunday. And somebody dressed in white with a purple or a red sash to indicate the martyrdom of St. Lucy. Usually somebody with long blonde hair will walk in with a crown of 7 candles, and she will sing Santa Lucia. How did that kind of happen? How did this Middle Eastern saint from many hundreds of years earlier suddenly make its way into the piety of the North countries? Well, to just give you an indication how bad it is, my friends who serve parishes in Minnesota lament that for the first 2 weeks of every December, there's pretty much a fight going on in their parish amongst the young kids in their early teens, the girls, on who that year gets to be St. Lucy. So who then gets to be St. Lucy with the crown? Who is going to be relegated to march behind her and sing Santa Lucia? Now, if you think about it, where these folks live, maybe you can sympathize just a little bit. In places where the sun rises at a leisurely 10:15 in the morning and sets at a sleepy 3:15 in the afternoon, maybe any ceremony that has light in it is appealing to them. The idea of some marching through even the whole town was a crown of candles singing Santa Lucia and bringing light into a dark, and that by that time usually very snowy presence. A reminder that darkness isn't forever and will certainly never be. The feast day of St. Lucy gave credence to this, being in the rising part, I should say, probably, of December, going up to the longest day of the year when darkness is deep. having a reminder that there is such a thing as light is important. He was the light that shines in the darkness. Darkness has not understood it, and darkness has also not overcome him. In all the days of December, when all of us are reminded as we rise to a dark sky and have our supper already in the dark, what a good reminder and what a good parable. Yes, when the days are dark, literally, there will be a return to the light. And even in the dark night, a single light will split the darkness like nothing else. In a very, very, very dark room, no matter what size, a single candle will be seen and visible from any corner. Its light cannot be overcome. It has to be physically covered or snuffed, but it can never be denied. Likewise, the light of Jesus Christ will not, cannot, and does not get overlooked, no matter how dark this life here on this earth or the life in your life becomes. There is a light. It does shine. It does come to you. It always has and it always will. And your darkness will not overcome the darkness, that will not overcome the light of Jesus Christ. Not now, not never. The true light that gives light to everyone is coming into the world. He will be with his own, grace from grace, full of truth and mercy. So today is St. Lucy's Day. Someone known for walking with the light on her head, to be seen and to see. You likewise. Walk with the light in your heart, to be seen, but more importantly, to give light to your life as well. Amen.